What's up, everyone? This is Miguel at Retro Bassman. I want to talk a little bit about the things I think that are important that you bring with you when you're on your journey to E3 in sunny California, Los Angeles to be specific, at an expo of over 2,000 people when you include the vendors and the staff. So yeah, the things I think that are incredibly important that you need to bring with you at E3 are, drum roll please, da 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 da. You need to bring some shades because you are going to get a lot of ultraviolet rays in your eyes around that time of the year, and you want to look cool too. Well, maybe I don't look so cool, but whatever. So yeah, it's in the summertime, it's hot, it's muggy, it's humid, it's disgusting, it's this, it's that, and the third. So bring yourself some of these for your eyes. Also, bring a hat for your head. Not necessarily that you have to bring what I'm wearing here, because don't bite my style. Or, it's not necessarily a style, but whatever. It's a little Japanese thing that I like to wear over my head. It just makes things a lot more simpler. Sometimes I can just run out of my house looking all crazy and don't have to comb my head and whatever. I'll comb my hair. Well, anyway, what else should you bring? What else? Make sure you bring some reading material because a lot of times waiting in line is going to be a pain in the ass. Lines are long at E3, and I expect this year to probably be worse. Even though the maximum capacity is set at the same thing, but for some reason I just have a feeling somehow it's going to be worse. Hopefully they're not woefully underprepared as they were last year without any security. This thing, third. I didn't necessarily feel safe at last year's E3, but I did have fun and nothing popped off, so that's a blessing if you believe in that. Anyway, bring some reading material. No, don't necessarily get this damn book, but bring some reading material. And no, the author of this book hasn't sponsored me, so I'm giving them some free promotion. Nonetheless, you got your reading material, you got your shades, you got your hat, and you're going to need something else because you're waiting in those long ass lines at E3, and you're going to be bored. You might meet some people like I did last year, but you're still going to be bored because they're probably going to go about their business eventually, maybe, who knows, or you made his link up, you have some food, whatever, yada yada. Anyway, bring these. You're going to want to record, or bring a camera if you got something better than this, which I'm sure you did. And don't forget this. What is this? This is an external charger because your phone will die before the end of the day using your camera or even using your phone, because if you're not going to bring any books or anything to read while you're standing in those long ass lines just to wait to play 10 or 15 minutes of a game, yeah, you're going to want to bring this because your phone will be dead within probably, I don't care what kind of phone you have, it'll be dead if you're going to spend a whole day at E3 prior to the conclusion of the convention. So don't forget your phone, don't forget your charger for the phone, don't forget your shades, don't forget your hat, don't forget your reading material, and don't forget your dun da da da. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, this is beer. No, you don't want to bring this. This will leave you more dehydrated. Damn, how do I pick that up? Oh yeah, here it is. Bring your. I'm going blind. I need to take these shades off. What the hell? Take these shades off. Hold on, guys. Ugh. Jeez. I don't need to do that anymore. I can't see anything. Anyway, yeah, you need to bring some agua. Bring some water because you're going to be walking for a while and such, and bring a backpack too to put all these things in. And you probably don't need me to give you an example of what a backpack looks like, but you probably don't need me to give you an example of what all this looks like either. But bring yourself a snack because things at conventions and expos are always so woefully over fucking priced. So bring yourself some snacks. If you don't want to bring the reading material, at least bring yourself this nifty little iPad that I don't know how to get the cover off of. So yeah, bring this, and I don't want to drop this because the owner of this will kill me, and I don't want to die. Still got so much to contribute to humanity. Anyway, with my narcissism aside, bring this. If you don't want to read, you don't want to bring the iPad, bring this or bring this. Or if you're a rich kid, bring them both. Which I'm not a rich kid. I got this a long time ago. And I got this around the time it came out. Anyway, don't forget your Nintendo Switch and your Vitas. I believe these are a perfect pair in regards to one another, regardless of popular belief. And I need to do a video on the Vita. I mean, I love this little thing. I have the OLED screen one, but I love this because of the color. It was a GameStop exclusive, but that's for another video. Anyway, I wish they would have did a lot of more limited editions than what they did here in the States, which they barely did any. But yeah, the side note, make sure when you're going to E3, print out your ticket. You know, if you don't have a place to stay, try to look for that now because everything's going to get filled up and woefully overpriced. I know where I'm staying. I'm staying in Koreatown with my Korean brothers and sisters. But no, Koreatown was cool. I really enjoyed it when I was there. I love culture, so it is what it is. But Koreatown's a place that I recommend people look into. Just make sure you don't take up the hotel that I'm staying at. Because if I can't find a room, I know who to come after. But yeah, make sure you book your room now. Get your flight now if you can. If you can't get it. I would say if you don't have the flight yet and you just had the ticket because of money reasons, and I feel for you because, you know, I'm in that bracket because of money reasons, etc., etc. Make sure you try to get your room and your flight as soon as possible. If you match the two together, then you might get it pretty cheaply. If you get them separately, it might get a little bit overpriced because when you go through Expedia if you can, or some of the other online, you know, vendors to try to get the hotel and the the combo there. If you want to, of course you won't most likely be driving if you're not going to drive it, or if you're not going to drive, you can get a car at budget or whatever. But if you don't want to deal with all that BS and the red tape and the leaving the deposit, this, that, and the third, because you want all your money, spend it at E3. Just do a Lyft or Uber or one of those other services. Generally, with a Lyft or Uber, you get the opportunity to get at least one free ride for your first time signing up, or sometimes two, depending on who you sign up with and what promotion they're running at that time. Because by the summertime, we don't know what the hell, you know, either one of them are going to be running. And no, Uber or Lyft didn't pay me to say that. I just used them when, you know, I was in California because I had never used Uber or Lyft before until last year. Yeah, I'm behind the times. Whatever. Bite me. Anyway, but yeah, that's, you know, I think you should print out your ticket if you already have that. You know, not now, around the time when the convention is closer. And what else can you do to offset the cost? Excuse me, to offset the cost of things. Try to get things as soon as possible. You know, I know things are expensive, money is hard to come by, things like that, but do things as soon as possible. The sooner you do things, the less that you will pay. And make sure once you get to E3 that you have everything mapped out, that you know what's going on, that you take a highlighter or something, circle the things that you want to go to. Because it's going to be hard to see everything. It's not going to be hard. It's going to be pretty much almost freaking impossible. Because everything there has somebody at it, and the lines are long. Sometimes you'll find yourself waiting a whole day to just see maybe 3 or 4 things at E3. So prepare for that, because you're not going to see everything that you want to see. It's just, you know, the ways that this works, unfortunately. You're not going to see everything that you want to see. So mark things that you want to see as a priority that you don't want to miss. Like for me last year, it was virtual reality. You know, I like virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. So I was trying to see as much as I can in regards to virtual reality. Those were my top priorities. PlayStation VR was one of my top priorities. Seeing things from other vendors that sell things were my top priority. Like, you know, if Limited Run Games was out there or some of the other ones were out there selling stuff, I would want to go see what they had to offer. If you know, the people that make the retro controllers, they were out there, I would want to go see what they had to offer, because they had the Atari thing out there last year, which is yet to release. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll have to look into that at some point. But yeah, make sure you bring, you know, your snacks, your chargers, your things like that. Things that would be common sense. But common sense isn't so common for a lot of us, so I thought I'd put together this video. All with some tips. You may hate it, you may not. You may find it useful as a video that you might look back at in maybe about 3 to 4 months and say, like, okay, this is the video that's going to remind me of everything that I need to bring. Okay, let me bring some snacks. Let me bring some reading material because the lines are long as hell. Let me bring my charger. Let me bring some water. Let me not bring the beer because it will dry me out. My apologies for that. That was not intentional. Or maybe it was. Who knows? Anyway, bring your PlayStation Vita. Bring your Nintendo Switch. Bring your iPad. Bring your cell phone. Bring your backpack. And bring your ticket. and bring proof that you paid for your E3 ticket so you won't get harassed. So on another side note, make sure you know whether you're going to take a Lyft or an Uber, because you could be raking up costs that you necessarily don't need to by not knowing which carrier that you're going to take to E3. Make sure you know whether you're going to take a yellow cab, a Lyft, or an Uber, or some other company that you know of, because you don't want to end up paying out the wazoo just to get to an expo, because trust me, it can get quite expensive. So you gotta have a general idea of what you're going to use, what you're going to do. Plan all that stuff out now, because if you do, you won't have much to worry about once you land in sunny Los Angeles. Anyway, I hope that my viewers found this useful, my subscribers and viewers and potential subscribers found all of this useful. Yeah, it's common sense, but sometimes I like to put things out there that could be helpful to people, like, looking to Expedia for your hotel and plane ticket, that it might be more logical to bundle the plane ticket and the room and board together. Try to save yourself money. Just shop around, check out stuff now if you have the funds too. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure you just have everything set up, stable, put in a place for safekeeping. Also, I don't really trust hotels, so depending on what neighborhood you're staying in, this should tell you whether you should take your stuff with you. That's why I recommend packing light, so you can put your backpack on your back and not something that's too heavy, because you're just staying for 3 days, so probably 2 pair of sweatpants that you can interchange between, 3 shirts, and change of undergarments and socks, and you're good. So just pack light, don't try to overdo it. And maybe take an extra bag that's maybe foldable, that you can put stuff in, like video games that you buy, etc., etc. And also, there's going to be people out there autographing things, so make sure you find out who's doing the autographing, when and where, so you can get your game signed if you choose to. That's one thing I forgot to do. We had someone out there autographing games. I believe it was the person that was behind Shantae, either the composer or something. Anyway, somebody of that magnitude was at E3, and I didn't have a game with me, and one person I knew, he didn't either. I think he purchased a game. So he ended up getting that game that he purchased autographed, but I already had that game, so I'm not going to purchase something again just to get an autograph. That's a waste of money, and I don't have it like that. So, and maybe that person didn't either, but they just want an autograph, and maybe they'll sell the copy that they do have. Who knows? Anyway, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button in regards to this video. If you do nothing else, please subscribe, and let me know what you think. And have you been to E3 before? What you think about it? Are you going back, or were you fed up the first time you went and you think that $100 to $250 is not worth it? Which, that's a whole another discussion for another video. That is very pricey, $150 to $250 just to get into an expo. So yeah, whatever. Anyway, take care, guys. Love you all. Peace.
What?